My name is Brandy Bailey. I'm the trainer here at TaxSlayer Pro Support, and welcome to new user orientation for the desktop program. In this video series, we're going to walk through everything from downloading, installing, and configuring the program to how to navigate through a simple tax return. To begin using the desktop program, I've logged into Account Hub. And to download the program, you'll go to Software Options. On this drop-down menu, you'll see all the years of the desktop software that are available to you for download. Select the year. We're going to choose 2021 here and click Download to begin that download. Let's go on the left navigation here to Account History. Here in Account History, let's go to Payment History and we'll select View. When we select View Payment History, you can see each purchase of the software that you've made that we have on record. To configure your desktop software, you will need the EFIN validation code for the year of software that you are configuring. For example, we are going to configure tax year 2021 today. Select the EFIN validation code. You can right-click your mouse to copy it and paste it if you're using Notepad on your computer, or simply write it down. We'll be using it in just a moment. Now I'm going to turn it over to Elizabeth from TaxSlayer Pro Support. She's going to walk you through installing and configuring your program.
Welcome to the 2021 New User Orientation, the TaxSlayer Pro desktop program. In the next few moments, I'm going to be going over the initial configuration when you first download and install your desktop program from within your Account Hub. We're just going to go step by step on how to enter information as it pertains to your office. So here we're just going to click OK. On this screen, you will find information in regard to your EFIN validation code. And your EFIN validation code can be obtained by logging into your Account Hub. Please note you are going to want to make sure that you do select the EFIN validation code for the 2021 TaxSlayer program. During this initial configuration, we will be setting up what is called your admin account. And in your admin account is where you will set up your office, your ERO name, and your firm information. Create your usernames and your passwords during initial configuration in Prepare Setup. And we'll touch on that a little later as we maneuver through the program. I also want to make note here, this 4 step-by-step program setup instructions, you are able to click here for more information on how to set up your office in desktop by clicking on this link here. So we're going to click OK. On this next screen, you're going to get a question, are you using a network? And for the purpose of this demonstration, we're going to select no. However, if you do have more than one computer that you will be utilizing, you will want to select yes. The next screen will bring you to what is our system/network configuration menu. And it'll just reflect here for number 1, are you using a network? That it is no. You're just going to want to make sure here for number 2 and number 3 that your local IP address for your computer that you are operating from is correct, as well as your local computer name. From this network configuration menu, we're going to exit. Here, you're going to get a statement. You should fill in all information pertaining to your firm. We're going to click OK. And in the firm information menu, you're just going to want to make sure that you enter in all of your information as it pertains to your firm. Our firm name is going to be Test Company. The contact name is going to be Test Contact. For a U.S. address, we're just going to use 945 Broad Street, zip code. I want to point out if you do have a foreign address, There's a box that you can mark right here where you'll be able to enter in your foreign address. All right, so when you put in the zip code, the software will automatically populate the city and the state, the phone number. The fax number is not required. However, if you do want to provide a fax number, you can input the fax number here. For the EFIN field, you will include your EFIN. For the firm EIN, that is optional. If you do have a firm EIN, this is where you will be able to include the EIN here. If you do not have one, you can skip over that field. The next field is going to be for the EFIN validation code. Again, your EFIN validation code can be found in the Account History tab in your Account Hub. Once you've entered in your EFIN validation code, just confirm all of your firm information here is correct, and then we can click Continue. On the screen, you're going to enter in your new password under your admin account, and just make sure when you're entering in your password that you do meet the complexity requirements. Once you're done, you can press Enter. It's going to ask you to confirm your password. And then press Enter. So on the next scene here, next screen, you're going to get a prompt asking you to enter in a security question. For the purpose of this demonstration, we'll just select what is your pet's name. And we'll just input test pet for the security answer and click OK. So the next screen that you will see will be the screen where you will go in and enter and edit your preparers. So when you get to this screen, you're going to simply click on New. In the Prepare Information Entry screen, this is where you will be required to enter in information as it pertains to your preparer. So first we have the preparer code. Please note that the preparer code can be any number that you want to be assigned to the preparer. The Social Security number field is not required. And you just want to make sure that you input a valid P10 number here. After you've entered in your P10, you're going to want to make sure that you input the first name for the preparer. The middle initial is not required. The last name of the preparer. Create a username for your preparer. Once you've included the username, we can click OK. Once you click OK, the program will take you to what is called the Prepare Edit menu. You want to go down to number 15, Prepare Security. For Role, you see that we have Super User reflected. Let's click on Role, and we're going to want to change the role from Super User to Unlimited. Clicking on Unlimited will give you unlimited access while you're in the return and as you navigate through the software. We're going to exit this menu. We're going to get back to the Prepare Edit menu. You're just going to want to confirm that all of the information in here is correct. And then we're going to exit out of the Prepare Edit menu. Now you will see the preparers that you've just created reflecting in this Prepare window. We're going to exit, which will take you to the Bank Setup menu. For the purpose of this demonstration, we're not offering any bank products. However, if you've applied for bank products and have been approved for bank products, those bank products will be listed here. You will be able to select that bank product here and then press OK. We're going to exit out of the Bank Setup menu. In the Fees menu, this is where you'll set your fees manually for any federal forms and/or state forms. I want to point out that you can also filter this menu by selecting the federal forms. By selecting federal forms, the Fees menu will filter just the federal forms. It will also do the same for state forms. So when you click state forms, you'll get a box here asking what state is for, and we'll just put Georgia. And when you input Georgia, now you see all of the Georgia forms reflecting here in your fees menu. The same goes for business forms, business federal forms, and state business forms. We're just going to go back and select all forms. And to manually change a particular fee for a form, let's just say for the federal electronic filing fee, we'll select it one time. And then you'll simply go in and manually change the fee to whatever you want the fee to reflect. So we'll change it to $25. Once you've entered in that amount, you will press enter and you will now see the $25 reflecting for the federal electronic filing fee. Once you've entered in all of the fees, exit out of the fees menu. Once you exit out of the fees menu, the program will take you to the path menu. Here, this is where you will see where the TaxSlayer program is installed and which drive it's installed on. We're not going to do anything here. And if you need additional assistance with networking, you can contact our technical support. So from here, we're going to exit out of the path menu. Once you exit out of the path menu, you're going to get a question asking if you want to set up macros, which is a feature that helps you save keystrokes during data entry. And for the purpose of this demonstration, we will select yes. So when using macros, this can save entry time if, for example, the majority of your W-2s and or 1099-Rs you enter are from the same state. You'll click on New, and we'll do an example for a W-2. So we'll enter in employer's ID number. Once you've entered in the employer's ID number, press Enter. You will enter in the employer's name, press Enter, and then you will be asked to enter in the employer's address. You will click OK. And now you will see you have a macro here for W-2s for the employer tax layer. Once you've entered in all of your macros, you can simply exit out of this screen. For the purpose of this demonstration, we won't enter any common interest or dividend payers, but if you do have any, this is the screen where you will enter in. So we will exit out of this screen. We will exit out of the common K1 entities. Of course, if you have any to enter, again, select New and enter in any K1 entities that you may have. We'll exit. On this screen, you will enter in any common child care providers that you may have. If you do not have any, you will exit. Any common charitable organizations will be entered here. Any banks that you commonly used will be entered here. If you purchase the TaxSlayer Pro Premium package, you will get this screen asking to input an email for your paper cut. We will revisit the premium features later on, but for the purpose of this demonstration, we're just going to go ahead and click Exit. Once you click Exit, this will take you to the premium configuration menu. Again, we will revisit this later, so we will continue on and just click Exit. And then you'll get a message here stating that your software has been installed. You can read through this message and then press OK. Once you have successfully downloaded and installed the 2021 TaxSlayer Pro program and click OK, the software will automatically close out and then reopen. And here and at the TaxSlayer Pro login, this is where you will enter in your admin login credentials. Once you click Login, the software will bring you to this screen. The first message is in regard to safeguarding taxpayer data. So if you want information in regard to safeguarding your taxpayer data, you can click on this link right here. The next message you will see here is in regard to any tax law changes. And again, you'll have a link here where you can click for all of those provisions and those comparisons for 2020 and 2021, and then click OK. We're going to press OK. And when you click OK, it'll bring you to the admin menu. I want to make note that while you're logged in under your admin login credentials, you will not have access to any tax returns, nor will you have the capability to e-file any tax returns. There are some items that we skipped over in configuration that I do want to revisit to make sure that your office is completely set up when you start to prepare returns as well as transmit returns. There are a few items that we skipped over in the initial configuration that I want to revisit to make sure that your office is completely set up when you begin to prepare tax returns and e-file those returns. So we're going to go down to number 7, configuration. And in the configuration main menu, just to recap, that we've already completed number 1, firm ERO prepare setup, number 2, fees and billing setup, and number 3, electronic filing / bank setup. Now we're going to go into number 4, which is printer / copy setup. In the print / copy setup menu, we're going to go into number 2, edit individual print options. And in the edit individual print options, it will take you to the copy menu. In the copy menu, this is where you will be able to create custom print sets in the event that you do not want to print the entire return. So when you initially come into the copy menu, as you can see, the majority of the forms are reflecting as 1. So if there are certain forms that you only want to print, you will need to manually change each form to 0 and change the number of copies for the forms that you want to print to the numerical amount that you want. Please note, once you do change the number of copies for a particular print set, that you will need to name that print set also. Any print sets that you create here in the copy menu will reflect from within inside of the return when you get ready to print. Once you have selected your print sets, you will click Done. I also want to note in the copy menu that if you're wanting to send your taxpayer a file copy of their tax return, you will need to mark this option here, File Copy Print option. Also, if you are working on a return and you do not want the taxpayer's social security numbers on the return, you can mark the masked print option, which will mask the taxpayer's full social security number on the return. Once you have marked those options, you are okay to click Done. After exiting the individual print options, you will be taken back to the print / copy setup menu. The program will take you back to the print / copy setup menu. You do have an option here, advanced print setup, that we're going to click on. As you can see, there are a lot of customization options in the advanced print setup menu. So I would recommend that you read through each option very carefully as it pertains to your office and the returns that you are preparing. Once you have completed all of the options here in the advanced print setup menu, you will exit. You can exit out of the print copy setup menu, and the program will bring you back to the configuration menu. Please note that you are able to edit any of these options in the configuration main menu at any time. Now that we're back at the configuration menu, I would like to show you how to go in and include or add any custom fees, custom discounts. So from the configuration main menu, we're going to go into number 2, fees / billing setup. We're going to go into number 1, fee setup menu. And in the fees menu, if you look towards the bottom of that menu, you'll see 2 options, custom fees and 1 for custom discounts. We're going to select the button for custom fees, And custom fees can be as simple as charging to print a taxpayer's return. So once you click New, you'll create a custom fee in the fee description. So in this example, we'll just say print fee, and the fee amount will say $10. Okay. Once you include the fee amount, you'll see these options here. Always prompt if you want this particular custom fee to always prompt on a taxpayer's return. Charge by default. Mark can edit fee on return. This option is if you're wanting to edit the fee inside the return, or you have the option to remove the fee inside the return. Once that has been completed, we can click Save. And now you will see that custom fee reflecting in your custom fee window. You can add as many custom fees as you would like. Once that is complete, you can click Exit. It'll take you back to the Fees menu where we can do the same thing here for custom discounts. You will click on the Custom Discounts button. And in the Custom Discounts window, it will be the same as custom fees. You will select New. And a custom discount can simply be for a taxpayer who is active military, or maybe for family and friends you're offering a discount to. The discount amount. And again, for the discounts, we have the options to always prompt, charge by default, or I can edit the discount on the return. Once that has been completed, we can click Save. Once that has been complete, you can click Exit. Once your custom fees and custom discounts are set, we can select Exit, and that will take us back to our Fees Billing Setup menu. You'll also see that you have an option here for Advanced Fee Setup, and we'll click here. And as in the Copies and Printer Setup menu, you see that you do have a lot of customization options here to choose from in the Advanced Billing Setup menu. We just would advise that you take your time in reading through the options here in the Advanced Billing Setup menu. Once that has been completed, you can exit out of the Advanced Billing Setup menu, which will take you back to the Fees and Billing Setup menu. Back on the configuration main menu, there's one last option that I want to visit, and that is going to be number 10, your custom questions. And custom questions are to gather information about your particular office. So custom questions have several uses. One of the main uses that they can assist tax preparers in complying with due diligence, especially before marking a return as complete. So in the custom questions window, you're going to select New, and you're going to type in the question that you would like for your tax preparer to ask a taxpayer before marking the return complete. So for the purpose of this demonstration, we're just going to type in a question. Once you've entered in your question, you can press Enter, which will take you to this Edit Question screen. And if you want this question required to be asked before e-filed and answered, you'll mark this box right here. Down below, towards the end of the box, you'll enter in the answer text. So we'll put yes. And then if there's a separate answer, you're going to want to make sure that you always select Add New Answer. And the new answer for the answer text will be no. Click Add New Answer. Once you've included all of the possible answers for a particular question, you will simply exit out of this Edit Customize Question screen. You will now see the questions that you have entered here in your Custom Questions window. Once that has been completed, you will simply exit out of Custom Questions, which will land you back at the Configuration main menu. Earlier in our demonstration, we set up a preparer with unlimited access, and I wanted to revisit that section on security templates to show you all how to set up a preparer where you can give certain accesses and restrict access. So from the configuration main menu, we're going to go into number 1, Firm ERO Prepare Setup. In the company setup menu, we're going to go into number 3, Prepare Menu. In this prepare window, we're going to select the prepare that we created earlier, which is our test prepare. So you'll click one time on the prepare in this prepare window and click edit. In the prepare edit menu to access prepare security template, we're going to go down to number 15, prepare security. And here in the prepare security menu, the default security role is super user. So what you will do, you will select this line to change the role if desired. So as you can see, the 3 preset security roles that are provided are for return preparer, which is usually only for those individuals who will be doing data entry. You will have super user that gives certain accesses, but not all, and unlimited access. And for the purpose of this demonstration, I'm just going to select unlimited. And each provides varying levels of restriction, with again, return preparing being the most restricted and unlimited containing no restrictions. I also want to note you can also create other security roles if you wish, customizing each to allow or deny access to each menu or function. You will decide which sections of the program should be restricted for a particular preparer, and you'll be able to change these menu items to no. For the ERO login account, it is recommended to leave all options set to yes. Once you've set up the security template for each of your preparers, you'll simply exit out. And just note that when the preparers log in, the next time that they log in, the changes will take effect. Once you've completed your security templates for your preparers, you're going to exit out of the prepare security and then exit out of the prepare edit menu. You're going to continue to exit until you get to your main menu. Once you're back at your main menu, now what we're going to do, at the very top left-hand corner of your program, you're going to select File and click Log Off User. Once you log off as admin, we're now going to get logged in as the actual preparer. So from the login page, you're going to input the username that you created in Prepare Security. And once you input that username, you will see a prompt at the very top of your software that will instruct you to leave the password field blank to continue setting up the preparer and click Login to continue. And here you will create a new password. Again, make sure that your password meets the complexity requirements. Once you've confirmed your new password, you'll press enter. For each preparer that you have created, they will each need to create a security question as well. And you'll simply include your security answer and click OK. Once you've clicked OK, the program will take you back to the login screen where you will need to input your username. The software should automatically populate it. And then enter the password you just created under your Prepare login. Once you've entered your password, we'll click Login. You'll press OK. Just a reminder, when you are walking each preparer through setting up their login information and getting them logged in for the first time, we want to make sure that the passwords that they do create are secure and kept in a safe place.